Good evening, my fellow women. My name is Emily from Kenya. I want to share with you my testimony when it's still fresh and hot. My story started on the 11th. I encountered Prophetess Mirriam on the 11th of November. While Prophetess Mirriam was in Zimbabwe. Mazimai Alice connected me with Prophetess Mirriam. And while she was in Zimbabwe, we had the telephone call where it was me, Mazimai Alice, and the Prophetess Mirriam. So when I spoke to him, I mentioned to him that the challenge, when I mentioned to the Prophet the challenges that I'm going through in my marriage. She told me there is nothing hard with God. So she said, my daughter, you will get your husband back. So I believed it. And she said she's in Zimbabwe, but I spoke to her on the 11th, but she was coming back on a Tuesday. So she said, when I come back, I will connect with you. But she said, give me your full names and give me the full names of your husband. So since then, things have moved at a very fast rate. Let me tell you my story. Things have moved very fast from the 11th of November. From Prophetess Mirriam telling me about sharing the names that I've shared with her. From that, already, this is a problem that I've experienced since 2012. August 2012 is when my husband started having problems in the marriage. One day he just woke up and he stopped sleeping in the bedroom. He stopped talking to me. He stopped talking to the children. It was just like a movie. Problems started one after another. For 1 year, he slept in the sitting room. And then after that, he bought a bed. Then he started fighting with my children. Started fighting with the boys. As he was fighting with the boys, there was no peace between him and between the children, between me and my husband. He stopped eating. He stopped talking. Everything just went to a standstill. So I was devastated, the children were devastated. For 12 years, there is no church I haven't been to. I have gone to churches. I have spoken to people. I have consulted. I have paid seeds of 1 to 1. I have paid tithes. I have paid offering. There is no church I haven't been. I have done my deliverance. I have gone to churches, deliverance, all night vigil. Nothing. The Prophetess Mirriam, the prophecy that he has given me today, I have never heard of it anywhere. No one has ever given me that prophecy. But from 11th of November, today is 27th. My husband is already communicating. My husband has already had a communication with me and the children. My husband is already contacting a relative from nowhere. My husband is already talking to me. He is already talking to me. He's already had a meeting with one of my friends whom he has not met for many years. He has been able to speak to that friend whom I had not made contact with. For now, for 12 years, my husband now is talking about me. He has had a meeting with my friend, with our friend, family friend, and communication. My husband is now thinking in terms of talking to me. He is now asking how he can start. My fellow women, I want to speak to you about, today is my first day to come into the church in Harlow, the church for Prophetess Mirriam. Today is my first day. My background, I'm from Catholic, Roman Catholic. Through my problems, I've been going to Pentecostal churches. But today is my first day to step into the church in Harlow with Prophetess Mirriam. Today at 10 a.m., Prophetess Mirriam said a prophecy on me about my marriage. Today at 1 p.m., by the time we left the church to come to Prophetess Mirriam's accommodation, my story had changed. I look at my telephone number and I find there's already a text message waiting for me saying, call me. I've already had a meeting with your husband. Call me when you're ready. My story had changed. My husband had already communicated with this friend. They had already had a meeting. And what the prophet said, the prophecy that Prophet Mirriam gave today saying, I can see your husband has come back, has come to pass. At 1 p.m. today, I received and I confirmed, I spoke to this family friend. The meeting had been done with my husband. Now my story has changed. My husband is just waiting for how he can start communicating with me. Thank you very much. Thank you, Prophetess Mirriam. May God continue guiding you. May God continue helping you to open for more people. My prayer is that I am praying for all you, my fellow women. God answers prayers. Don't give up. My prayer is for you to be encouraged. From my testimony, be encouraged. There is nothing that God cannot do. God may have moved very fast in my one. He moves differently in different people. But God answers prayers. My life has changed. My dreams are different now. I'm just looking forward to enjoying my marriage. Thank you. Thank you, my fellow women. Thank you, Prophetess Mirriam. Thank you. May God continue guiding you and blessing you. Thank you. Bless you.